a little bit to it. I'm just gonna say, so it's in Poland, right? And in Poland, they have since the war, they have a heavy Ukrainian presence there, because millions of people, from the country left, and they're in Poland now, and so that's why they had moved it from the 12th of August to the 26th, because the Independence Day is on the 24th. So that's why they're doing it this way. It was like kind of like the best they could have done. Kind of how, Canelo, kind of allows his fights to like Mexican Independence Day, so on and so forth. So that's why they're doing it this way. But that's all I was gonna say. You got it, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, what's Daniel Dubois people thinking, man? Why he put him in there with Usyk? And shame on Tyson Fury, because I blame Tyson Fury for this, because we could have been getting Usyk Fury, heavyweight battle, for supremacy, but we got this. And I think Daniel Dubois, to me, is still kind of in rebuilding stage since his loss. And I don't see how his people think he's ready to be put in there with Usyk. And I think it's just not a good look for his promoters or his people. But, hey, if they believe that he can make something happen, hey, more power to you. But I think Usyk is going to outbox Dubois. I think he's going to, especially down the stretch, when Dubois had his injury, I think it's just the mental aspect of it. Because, of course, an injury like that, you're going to quit. It's just the way he did it. So I do think that Usyk is one of those mental guys that's going to, target that. He's going to probably target that eye, and he's going to go to work down the stretch. And I can see him outboxing him. I can see him possibly stopping him late, too. So that's the only thing interesting in this fight is how Usyk is going to beat Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, only thing I'll add, in addition to what I've already said, I mean, like you said, this is just the way it fell out, because of, how Fury handled things. Dubois, somehow, some way, WBA did whatever they needed to do or wanted to do, really, to get Dubois in the position of being a WBA world champion / the mandatory. And so that's what we stuck with. So, for all intents and purposes, to me, it's kind of a stay busy fight for Usyk. His other mandatory was Hrgovic. And I think Hrgovic, I don't know if he's PBC. Something in my head is something he's PBC. But either way, this was the easiest fight to make. And he happened to be a mandatory. And so, hopefully we get what we really want to see towards the end of the year.
Man, this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? I would rather see, obviously he got to defend his belt or whatever, but it's just a useless scrap because he does way too many things as far as his movement. And, Dubois is just too stiff, man. Like, he's not going to beat any top guy. Then in his last fight, he getting dropped by a dude I never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? And he was looking way too Frank Bruno-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked worse than Frank Bruno. As soon as he get touched, he just like a little deer. You understand what I'm saying? With the little legs and big top. You understand me? Like, come on, bro. Come on, Usyk. Like, I know you're trying to do one for Ukraine. You're trying to do him a solid. But it ain't that many fights that we have left. And what I would like to see, and he might see, this is what I'm saying. This is Wilton Henry saying this, Mr. Usyk. You bigger than this, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have many fights left. You reached the mountaintop. What about Deontay Wilder? What about Deontay Wilder? Come on, O. You got to give us something like that. This right here, you know what I mean? I know you want your little homecoming type little event or whatever. That's cool. But, man, you and Deontay Wilder, I think that Usyk, he's a little afraid of Deontay Wilder. That's what I think. I think that he knows that all of the other guys that he faced, he has the advantage as far as, like, the speed and, those type of things, and they so predictable. Like, you don't know what that Alabama slammer going to go ahead and hit you. And Wilder done put everybody down that he's faced. And so, you gonna stop all that nonsense, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You got a couple fights left. It's not he's one of those guys to me. he can because he only have a few fights left. You gotta the top guys, man. At least try to fight the top guys. Now, if this fight he couldn't negotiate with Wilder and all that type of stuff, because whatever, but you attempted to. That's when I'll be okay. Then go ahead and defend against Dubois. You understand what I'm saying? But man, you in a position, man. You should be trying to seek out the best, putting that on your resume.
He did. He went after Tyson Fury.
Tyson. So it didn't happen. So who's next?
All right. I
next?
agree with that. But to just say he didn't, I mean, he did.
This is the way I see it. He wants to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So he went after the other guy, the guy with the other belts. That didn't work. And in order to keep his belts, he had to satisfy a mandatory. And so he's satisfying a mandatory. I don't think he's afraid of Wilder. Wilder don't have anything to offer him right now. If he wants to be a champion, Wilder don't have anything to offer him.
Yeah, I think it's a convenient excuse for Oleksandr Usyk. That's what I think. You ain't fooling me, son. All right, so let's go ahead and see why I keep doing that.
Y'all subscribe to the Last Ones at the Bar Boxing channel, man. We got some boxing fans out there.
Last Ones at the Bar exclusively talks about the sport of boxing.